everyone. I hope everybody's having an amazing weekend, and I hope traders and investors alike were green on Friday. In this video, we're going to be recapping Friday, June 2nd. We're going to be trying to recreate our trading room the best we can. We will not be calling out individual names. There was a lot of call outs on Friday, from flow calls to chart pattern calls on individual assets, that we won't be calling those out. We're going to focus on the SPY. And we're going to be using multiple time frames. We're going to hit replay. We're going to be bouncing from the 1 to the 5. We're going to be watching a few things. We know some of the things that we knew in pre-market going into market open. First, we knew we had a small breath rust the day before. Second, we seen Apple get some price target increases. So that's an individual name, but that's bullish on the market because Apple is such a big player. We knew we were at the Friday after Memorial Day, and traditionally the Friday after Memorial Day is a slow trend up day with low volume. So that's what we were kind of already expecting. Now we knew we had gapped up, so we do know if we pull, we could see a gap fill. Just being responsible and not just going with the trend up, just because that's what happened the previous years. We don't just open up calls. We're going to respect the price action. It could easily get a gap fill before, so we don't just run in and start buying stuff. So let's hit the play button and let's talk about the action as we see it. Now, we got the first candle here. So our second candle is pushing a little higher here. Now, remember, we got 426 zones above us, so we're not looking to take a trade into that. Now, we are seeing option flow come in, and at this point, we pointed out that we are seeing a strong breath rust. We are on our way to a trend up day. We're not at a trend up day, but we have an indicator that is telling us that this market screaming, there's a lot of buying going on, and the numbers were approaching what we call a trend up day. So we also are seeing flow come in. So at 9:30 and 14 seconds, one SPY put. At 9:30 and 20 seconds, one SPY call. At 9:30, 22 seconds, one SPY call. At 9:30, 37 seconds, one SPY put. Then after that, we went really call heavy. So we have our first two candles here. The second candle's taking out the first candle. You're opening 1 minute candle, but not on the 5 yet, obviously. So let's get back to the play button. So right now we are call heavy. We know we have data coming in at 9:45 and again at 10. So we are being aware of that. We're pushing higher. So on the 5-minute chart, if you go to your 5 here, we're usually watching at least a 1 and 5 at a time. Your 5-minute candle, your second candle took out your opening candle. So this is letting us know there's a scalp in play here. That candle right there could have been scalped in. Possibly the next candle. We don't know yet. Possibly the next candle, but we're not looking to enter a trending type trade here, because we got to take out 426, 426, 12 zone. That's got to be taken out before we're looking for a trade, right? So we understand that. Now, for me, I'm scalping this stuff. I'm having me a great time. But if you're a small account, you need better trades. Not scalps are great trades, but you're looking for a trending trade so you can get a little bit bigger of a trade. You're not looking to enter here. So we're pushing up. Starting to see a little bit of struggle, and big boom there. Confirmation over top the 426 and that 426.12 zone. I should have drew that top line, but right there, that candle confirmed over it. So it's go time, right? It's time to enter, right? Your MACD was changing character. It looks like it's getting ready to pinch up for you. It's go time, right? No. This short-term 1 minute 9 has to be above this level. If you're looking for a trending trade, this 9 has to be above this level. The power's in these little details we're talking about right here. So these little details can keep you out of a bad trade. It increases the probabilities of you winning your trade. It's going to keep you from chasing trades. Some trades you may miss, but that's okay, because there's going to be another opportunity. You're going to make money on something else if you miss it. So, and you can see the 9's getting ready to cross, and it's testing what's going to happen here, and it's breaking back down. So following that little detail, that little rule, just kept you out of a bad trade. So you got to be up here to look for a call trade. You want to break this point to come in for puts here. Coming back, still holding that 20 on the 1. Let's go to the 5-minute chart. So nice push up. You can see a little topping candle here, kind of a shooting star. Rejection coming back down. Your 9 on the 5's on its way up. You want to make sure you're keeping an eye on that 9 on that 5 for that pullback play. And that 9 on it works. Trust me, keep an eye on your 9 on your 5 as well. Trying to hold this 20 here. The 9's trying to swoop over on it. Coming down, you can see how the 9 just crossed right there. Your bands come in for a pinch, but they didn't swing. They're trying to tube. So that right there is a sign. Those bands are trying to tube. We want to see them open up like somebody's approaching a set of double doors coming out of a building and just push it against them, and they swoop open. That's what you want to see, signaling a nice move. Now your MACD's cooling off. Price is holding in here. Your bands are holding in. So the bands are starting to come down. You can start to see your bands starting to ease down. This top band started to swing. It's hard to see it because of that. The bands were starting to swing open there. So at this point, this candle line, that can offer support. We just got below it. Looks like we may see a trade down. Could we go for a gap fill? Getting a little extended from your 9 there. Let's go to the 5-minute chart. What's it look like on the 5-minute chart? And this candle actually closed under that candle. Looks good, but look who's coming up. Look who's coming up right here. So let's go back to the 1. Your 9 on your 5. Don't bet against that 9 on that 5. I know sometimes we may crash to it. When we do, that provides a trade. There's going to be a lot of times you're approaching it and you're going to think, if I get in now, I can make more money. I would rather take better trades, make a little less money on each trade, but win a lot more trades and not have my confidence busted. Pulling back. You can see, look like it wanted to slow down here. This candle dipped down, pull back, staying in the band. That's a hammer candle. Hammer candle signals what? Just a possible reversal could be coming. Your next 1 to 3 candles could be an up candle. 5-minute chart respected a 9, push back up above. This is giving you a bullish Harami right here. You can possibly looking for a trade back up to the upside. Remember, 426 is there. Bullish Harami on the 5, respected the 9 on the 5. You're still below your 426. You got a hammer candle on the 1, testing right there. So normally we'd be coming in for a bear flag, but a hammer candle, give us a sign. Pushing back up, trying to push back up. So let's check on the 5 here. So you can start to see a push here. You can see what's resistance. This 9 on the 5, which we were able to hold. It got above us right here. So that's actually acting as resistance. So we know that 9 on the 5 needs to be cleared as well. Let's go back to the 1. Struggling at this point, you could have started drawing a trend line through there too. You just got you a little trend break. So this little trend break, if you would have drew this trend line through here, you could have got a trend break to the upside there. We'll go ahead and draw it. Could have got a small trend break blade reclaiming, but it's not going to be a big trade because you need to be above 426, 426.12. But that is tradable up to that level. If you're looking for a good high probability trending trade, you want to be above that level. Preferably want to be up above that level. If you're looking for that high probability trending trade, that's what you want to see. Somebody like me, I'm moving in and out of these small trades, just stacking dollars. But that's how I trade. You may want it for your account to get a little bigger before you try trading like that, and catching trending trades will really help you. And we are able to catch a lot of trending trades in this market. So we're trending along, just kind of chopping right now, waiting on decisions to come out. So at this point, we're waiting on data still. The market's waiting on data. It's digesting data here. But at this point on your 5-minute chart, you have a higher low. So you should be putting that trend line on the higher low. And it's really important right here because we could be getting ready to get a 1, 2, 3 reversal. You got a lower high. Apologize. Got a lower high. So you're getting ready to set up for a 1, 2, 3 reversal. Possibly. This is got a trend line here. This is pivot point 2. So you have to price move below pivot point 2. We're looking for a move down. It's just a basic, it's a great reversal, but it's just basic price action. Get this line a little better. So I want to make sure we got that line on because we're getting ready to form a pattern that was called out in the Discord, was posted in the Discord, called out live and posted. And now we're going to continue to trend here, see where we're heading. Your bands are trying to look like they wanted to open up, but they didn't. Got to be patient. Sometimes you need to see it. Trying to take the trend line back. We drew that trend line on the 5. So let's see what we look like on the 5, because this trend line was drawn on the 5. So we need to be keeping up with the 5-minute chart here. And you can see right here, let's get a line right here. So we actually just broke out of an ascending triangle. I was a little late on that. We did call that out and posted it in the Discord. So you can go back right here. You can see we're breaking here, trying to push higher, but we still, even though we're out of it, our 1-minute Bollinger Bands are not really opening up yet. We're outside of the pattern at this point. We want to be above 426 and 426.12 zone. We really want to be above this area. We want to be able to move up. We're seeing some green coming to MACD. We're starting to see a spread here. We want to see a bigger spread. We do see some green histogram bars coming in as well, and they're bright green, stronger green, and it's trying to push up, testing the level. You see how tight that level is working higher. All right, so right now your 9 just crossed your short-term moving average. So now is when you look for the trade. Your 9 crossed your short-term moving average. You're above this level, so now we can look for a trend higher. And this is your retest of your short-term moving average. Let's go into your 5-minute chart. Your 5-minute chart, you can see you can see price slowing. I don't really want to call that a topping candle, but you can see price slowing. The 9 on the 5 is on its way up. And at this point, the 5 on the 5 is on its way up as well. That's another moving average we watch on the 5. We just add the 9 in or the 5 SMA in on the 5-minute chart. And that's a huge help. By that time, that 5 on that 5 is getting up there by price as well. This is really where your conservative trader looks to add. You take your breakout level and then you pull back to your 9. It's exactly where your conservative trader looks to add. Got a nice breakout of a symmetrical triangle there on the 1 and on the 5. And this right here, getting ready to push higher. You got a nice push on your MACD on the way up on that breakout. And you can see right here, after that push, we're just trending up higher and trending higher and trending higher. Now, at this point, volume has slowed down. We still got decent volume, but volume has slowed down. We're going into some chop. So this is the point where you may want to adjust your strike. When trading, it's a little easier to buy some time when you're trying to trade stuff like this. It's a little more difficult for somebody like me, because I want the big range candles. Am able to trade this and still able to make money. I prefer the big range candles that are full of IV when it comes to options. But I hope this video is helpful. We're not going to follow throughout the rest of the day due to things. The volume was dying off and it got really choppy, but it gives us a nice break of the symmetrical triangle that we went over. And we did close on the most part. The flow was bullish. We did see a decent sized sell at the end of the day. It looked like there was a little bit of profit taken. Hope everybody has a great day. Catch the video tonight, and I'll see you in the trading room.